What's up, my crazy hooligans? It's me, Crazy Nut Coco, and today I'm going to be answering some questions that you've been asking me for a while. Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Alright, come on, man. Bring out the questions. Okay, so first we're gonna be doing the general questions that Adrian put me on the list for. So these are all of these questions, and I'm going to be answering them. And then after that, I'll be answering the community's questions. So yeah, let's get started. Let's start with the general questions first. Alright. How old is Crazy Coco? I am 10 years old. I don't even know what age I even am. I'm probably 10 or 11, but I might be turning 12 in September. What you favorite food? My favorite food is actually my favorite diet. You know, fat burgers, pizza, steak, ribeye, by the way. Ribeye. And basically, there was also green beans. I know that a lot of people hate them, but I like them. But don't even mention broccoli. Don't get me started on broccoli. Broccoli sucks the ass. What is my daily routine? Well, that's easy. I wake up in the morning, eat Lucky Charms cereal, annoy boss for 3 hours straight, watch Turning Red 3 times, go to McDonald's and grab a cheeseburger, and then go home and watch Turning Red 3 more times, and then for dinner, I go to a fancy restaurant and buy myself a ribeye, and then after that I watch Turning Red again 3 more times, and then I go to bed. Yeah, my usual bedtime is at like 1 a.m. It's because I've been staying up all night watching Turning Red and annoying Adrian's ass. Who is Crazy Coco's brother? Come on, you already know the question. I think you're speaking to Crazy Goo, best person I've ever met in my entire life. What is Crazy Coco's full name? Now you may be thinking that it's Crazy Nut Coco. Well, it actually turns out you're actually wrong. My full name is actually super D duper stupidity crazy super idiot dumbass stupid dumb crazy penis nutsack Coco the Third. Yeah, that's actually my full name. Spam the skeleton emojis in the chat, I guess. And I say the third is because there is actually more of them, but they're all dead. What is Crazy Coco's Infinity City, what is that? Oh yeah, that. I'm half American and half Japanese. What gender is Crazy Coco? Well, this might shock you all, but I'm actually half boy and half girl. You see, I was born with this super extremely rare condition that only affects about 0.01% of the whole entire population. And it's only me. Yeah, I'm literally the only person on this entire planet that has this condition. So I am half boy because of my voice, and also from my tongue, and girl is because of my Dora the Explorer-esque hair, and also sometimes my voice. So that's why I like to dress up so girly sometimes, and that's why I kind of like Turning Red. Yeah, sometimes I just like to dress so girly. Don't ask. Alright, we're done with the general questions. Alright, time to move on to the Adrian community questions. Oh boy, the little Tims. Don't say that. Shut up, Adrian! And now, Crazy Coco's going to be answering 12 questions. And boy, is he going to be shocked at some of them. Okay, enjoy. Okay, it's now time to take a look at this list. Okay, so the first person that we have here, his name is Joji Kid, whatever his name is, and he says, "What do you think about my cartoon show called Road Z and Friends?" Road Z and Friends. I never heard of it, but it definitely sounds like a Looney Tunes ripoff. Victor Plus says, "How do you feel about my new CGI short film, Boy vs. Screw?" Oh, so we're bringing back Pixar, huh? It's gonna be like the next Pixar, huh? You're trying to change the revolutionary industry, eh? It looks fine. I mean, it doesn't hold as much at least the animation still holds up like Pixar. Heh. Alright. Alexia Darola. Wait, let me see that dude's name again. Oh god! Alex's funniest moments. I wonder why that name sounds familiar. Anywho, he says, what is your favorite holiday? Well, that's easy. Oh boy. My favorite holiday is both Halloween and Christmas. Christmas for all the things I need. Yeah, every year on Christmas, everyone meets my needs. I like rich stuff, and only rich stuff. I like Rolexes, I like Jordans, I like Lamborghinis, even though I'm not 16 yet. Yeah, whatever. And also sometimes I like to wear fancy gentleman suits. If I ever get a girlfriend. Okay. Next up we have JP Tunes LOL. Better known as just JP Tunes. Only about 817 subscribers. And he says, how did you meet the cast? Oh, how I met Adrian. Okay, so it was a long time ago, so I couldn't really remember it that much, but the first time I met Adrian was back when I was enslaved by my dad in Japan. And during a business trip in Japan, I don't know, 8 years old, I guess, he saw me, and he knew, and I was only 3 years old at the time, and he saw me getting beaten so badly by Mr. Coco, and so he decided to adopt me, and boy, life has been great ever since. For Henry, I met him along with Adrian as well. For Boss, he was a guest, but he immediately started to live there, and he hated me from the start for some reason. Avocado was actually made by Adrian and Henry themselves because they grew him from some avocado growing competition. Yeah, I wonder why that sounds familiar. And for me and for myself, I met myself from a womb. Yeah. Alright, Maximus. Yes, the Maximus himself. Or it's Moby Maximus, 437 subscribers. And he says, what is your favorite food? Well, that's easy. I like a bunch of foods, except for broccoli. Broccolis taste like dookie. Alright, Steverino Frank 118 says, how does it feel to be crazy? Being crazy makes me feel alive. I love to be crazy. It's in my name. And sometimes, when I get too crazy, I get so hyper. Waterboy TV says, why were you in Gen 1's Japanese Avenger Free the final battle? Okay, so here's a little explanation. So apparently, Fox decided to call me for no stupid reason and the entire Adrian gang to be in JJA Free just for views. Yeah, I was only in there for views. It sucks. Along with Adrian, also for views. And the same thing occurs with Peppa Pig the Movie Free. I was only there for views purposes. So, what really happened is that when I was on the first day of shooting, I didn't even know how crowded it was to be in an entire freaking crossover. And I literally met some close friends. I met Pep, I met Baby Mario, I met Little Lulu, I met Stitch, I met Gem 1, I met everybody. Well, almost everybody, I guess. So yeah, overall, I was only there for view's sake. Okay, Big Bex 295 says, who's your one favorite friend? All of them. Except for the boss. He hates me. But sometimes I like to mess around with him. Like, there was this one episode of the Adrian Show reboot where we went out streaking. It was fantastic. And I also remember that one episode where he took a prostate exam. It was traumatizing, and it worked. It would work so well for a certain show with a cowboy and a dog that we do not mention. Alright, now we have the GOAT himself, Depressed Dolphins fan, and he says, do you have autism? Well, yes I do. I actually do have autism. Yeah, I have autism spectrum disorder. Okay, let me explain. So, apparently, my autism is usually caused by my craziness. It's in the name anyway. And I know sometimes I like to act mature, like Katie, but whatever. Whenever the autism comes to me, the hyper begins. I get so hyper that I just couldn't even handle it. Oh no, the phone is dropping. Stop the craziness! Stop the craziness! Alright, we now have another legendary goat himself, and his name is KD, and he says, what is worse, the Adrian movie 4 or Ava 2? Hot topic, but I'm going to say that the Adrian movie 4 was worse than Ava 2. Hold on. Now, before you start spamming hate comments, I'm going to have to explain why I hate the Adrian movie 4. Ava 2 is fine for me. I only liked it because it was brain rot. Boom! Oh, shut up! Alright, anyway, the main reason why I did not like the Adrian movie 4 stuff is because they massacred me. They forced me to go inside a damn machine and make me look breaky and muscular. And I absolutely hate it. Thank God I got that off of me. I took a potion that turned me back to normal. So yeah, thank God I am now back to normal and I no longer have to deal with looking so muscular ever again. It freaking sucks. So yeah. I hate filming the Adrian movie 4. I'm so glad that the 5th movie is going to be the last one. Well, it is going to be the last one, and it just depends. Like, if the Adrian movie 5 doesn't do well, then I guess we'll have to make a 6th one. What the hell? More views, eh? Okay, I'm sorry. It'll probably be good, I promise. Alright, Cozy, and speaking of the Adrian movie 5, Cozy Boys 7960 says, how do you feel about a 5th Adrian film? I feel a little bit mixed about it. Like, I know how bad the 4th movie was, so I am a little bit concerned about the 5th movie. I mean, there is going to be a twist villain, so that's a great sign. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. I already know what happens in the movie, but I'm not going to say too much, because if I ever reveal the twist villain, everyone would kill me. Alright, and we now have one last question, and it comes from UTV is the Boy 2013. And Jesus Christ, what the heck is that profile picture? Dang, that's a robo dude. And he has more subscribers than Adrian. Adrian is probably having a field day right now. Alright, it says, what is your favorite Robin Williams movie, if this thing could ever focus? There we go. So, what is my favorite Robin Williams movie? I didn't even watch much anyway. But I do remember Aladdin. He was the blue guy that I forgot the name of. It's the genie, bitch. Oh yeah, the genie, yeah. I remember when he was a genie singing the song about being a friends with somebody, like Friend Like Me or some crap. And I also remember that he was in this movie called Twin Brothers or something like that. I couldn't even remember. And I also remember that one movie which I also kind of forgot, which was called Mrs. Doubtfire. It's really underrated. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can remember from Robin Williams. I mean, there are some other classics, but I knew I could ever forget some of them. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say Aladdin because Genie. Yes, Genie. And yeah, bam, we're done. Dun 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 dun. Alright boys, that's gonna do it for today's video. That's gonna be the Crazy Coco Q&A. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, tell me some more, and which Adrian show character would you like to see get a Q&A next? I'm hoping Henry will get one, because Henry has a very interesting past. Henry Stigman video game. So yeah, gotta go. Goodbye, my crazy hooligans. Big shout out to everyone who participated in this.